those girls on social media that's pregnant and they're just having a ball and they're posting up the belly and they're just in heels, the belly out.
No, not you. So life go.
I just heard, psh. I'm like, I'm not sure if me hear properly. So I took one more step and heard psh again. And then for you to walk up to me and be like, what? I put on so much weight.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just had a child. I just wish people just mind their own business.
Hi, mamas and friends. Welcome to the Memories and Motherhood podcast. I'm Whitney, your favorite baby photographer and host. This podcast is brought to you by Little Memories Photography, where little moments last a lifetime. From maternity to newborns, birthdays, every milestone, we're here to capture the moments that matter the most. Now, today's episode is going to be called From Delivery to Recovery. You're going to want to hear it all. Our guest for today is Mrs. Tasmarie Nation. She's a singer and a boy mom. Now, I just want to remind you, before we even get started, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share with a mom friend, even feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. So if you're a mama in the making, you're already a mom or you're part of the village, let's dive in to this episode of the Memories and Motherhood podcast. Hello, Tass. Welcome to the Memories and Motherhood podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about the whole 9 yard, right? So this is all about from pregnancy, postpartum, every single thing.
And so really getting into it.
Yeah, we're really getting into it. And, one of the things that we have related to each other on is that, like pregnancy, it looks so different. The journey looks so different for every single woman. Definitely. So tell us a little bit about yourself, especially your child.
Well, I'm a boy mom. I think that should tell it all. And a new boy mom, of course, because he's only one. Well, these days people count by moms.
he's 17 months to be exact right now.
Right? Almost 18 months in a few days.
Yes.
Right? And he is very, very active, super active, hyperactive. But he's also such a sweet boy. So, there are good and bad days.
I get you.
Yeah.
I got you. Tell us about your pregnancy. How was it when you even found out that you were pregnant at first?
All right, so for me, I found out really early that I was pregnant because I don't know if it was just my gift of discernment or what, but my period, it's like clockwork, right? So when my cycle was a bit late, and we've experienced late cycles before, right? But this time when it was late, I was like, something
off.
Something feel right. Like I was literally just walking around the house and like, I think I'm pregnant. Like I'm like, no, for real. And I remember reaching out to my mom and I was like, Mommy, my period late, and Mikhail not taking me serious. I think I'm pregnant, like seriously. So, and what was crazy to me was instead of my mommy be like, oh no man, just give it a few days, we'll be fine. She started to tell me about her experience, how she found out she was pregnant. And made me say, this isn't happening at all. So I remember I was giving it some time and I was supposed to go to camp that year, to senior camp. So I remember packing my suitcase and packing sanitary napkins because I'm like, I'm going to be singing, dancing, acting, everything at camp. I'm going to be so active. she's definitely gonna come, so we need to be ready.
Yeah.
So I remember being at camp. No, I'm the type of person who, when I'm at camp, I don't eat the camp food. I bring my cereal and snacks. So I'll have 2 cereal, one for breakfast, one for dinner, and my snacks for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
May I eat down
The whole plate. So it's not them done quick.
No, not my food. I'm actually
Oh,
eating
the camp food.
And I'm
Wow.
like, it actually tastes good. So again, I'm like, no, bro, you're probably really pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, when I came back from camp the Sunday, got the pregnancy test, did it. You know how the box say it's supposed to wait like a few minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to wait any few minutes.
Like seconds.
Like, they were the 2 lines same time. So
Yeah.
I'm like, guess what? It's our first time doing a pregnancy test. I'm still gonna wait the few minutes that it said.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one line will disappear. I don't know how this works, right? Put it on, come back, still 2 line. I had bought 2 pregnancy tests, so the next morning I'm not going to take the other one.
Okay. Because the next morning will matter.
Yeah, and it could be a false test, you know, some tests give like, you know, false
Okay.
reading.
All right.
So next morning I did it.
Same thing.
Same thing. He said, no, we forgot to the doctor. I need a doctor to tell me
Mm-hmm.
if I'm actually pregnant. Like, I can't trust these tests, right? Because who really does? Do you read?
Well, I don't know. I did.
Girl?
So what was pregnancy like for you overall?
But that's the thing. So I went to the doctor. She confirmed, and I had set up a ultrasound right after. Like, I didn't want to wait. I wanted to make sure that everything was okay. And at my first ultrasound, it was just a sac. You couldn't see. You couldn't even see like a little fetus or anything.
Yeah.
It was just the sac that was there. The technician, he was like, oh, so you don't know you have fibroids? And just like, I think that's when it really hit me that I was pregnant, because like I got really emotional in that moment. Like, me I get tear up because I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? You know, I didn't know I had fibroids, and to be told that I had it that way was just like heart wrenching. Like, my heart in my throat. Me I said, this can't be real.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even just like one fibroids. They said there were 2, and it was sandwiched my uterus. So that was a bit scary. When I went to my doctor, she was a bit concerned about that too, because not many pregnancies survive when there's fibroids.
Right.
Plus, with the hormones of pregnancy, fibroids will grow. So that can either cause it to have miscarriage, lose your baby, all of that. But we serve the true and living God. So they kept watching me. I was fine in my first, few months up to my second trimester, until down in December we would go on Christmas holiday from work, and I remember I was feeling some pain the Christmas. And we usually have friend mass.
Yeah, yeah.
House. But for whatever reason that year I wasn't feeling it in my spirit to have any friend mass. And we were home the Christmas. I kept feeling some pain, and I just thought it was probably gas.
Right.
Because, Christmas you're waiting basically all day to eat. And the next day I got up, I was still having the pain. So, okay, we started to get a little bit worried. I remember saying it to Mikhail, and then the Holy Spirit was just telling me that I need to go and see the doctor.
Right.
So Mikhail went in the bathroom, and while he was there, I started to get ready. And funny enough, he came out of the bathroom and he's like, Tass, put on clothes, we're going to the hospital, or we're going to a doctor. And I was like, bro, I'm literally getting ready. Calm down. And what was crazy to me was how suddenly things changed, because in that space of time, it was manageable pain, and I have a high pain tolerance.
Right.
And it it left from that, from me going into the car, just driving out, to can't manage the pain while driving. So every little movement, and you know how the roads
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
So every little up and down, it was some excruciating pain. So we couldn't get through to the hospital we were going to, the doctor office. Like, they were closed for the holidays. It was Boxing Day. We got through to our private doctor. And funny enough, I answered the phone and I told her what was happening. She's like, I think it's the fibroids degenerating. And I was like, that can happen? She's like, yeah, technically it's kind of a good thing that it's degenerating, but it causes excruciating pain and it can also lead to miscarriage. So
Right.
I needed to go. She's like, I'm going to call around for some hospitals for you to get some meds, and we'll meet you there. We ended up going to Mobile Hospital. When I got there, they were prepared for me, and I didn't even know that they were going to admit me. So I was admitted. They did the ultrasound. They could literally see that the fibroids bleeding. But the pain was so intense. They gave me this drug where I remember the nurse saying the most she's ever given somebody is like 50 milligrams. Or the most might be like 75.
Right.
And she said, in halfway, like injecting it to somebody, the tongue heavy, they knock right out. That's how strong that drug is. My doctor decided she was going to give me 100.
Wow.
The nurse was so scared. She's like, I've never given somebody this amount before. And she gave me, and I'm just there wide awake. I'm just there like,
Wow.
she's like, no, it's gonna kick in soon, don't worry. You soon knock right out. A few minutes past, she come and check on me, and she's like, what's happening? And I'm like, the pain is still there.
Yeah.
Her doctor, we have the same doctor, Dr. Neely. So she consulted her pain specialist, and her pain specialist said I could get up to 200. And so after the wait time, you'd have to wait a couple of hours, and then they gave me the 200. I still wasn't knocked out, but the pain did ease too. So I gave you them more just for you to probably imagine, try to imagine the type of pain I would have been in. And all this time, honestly, I would have been scared because I'd have been so far along in my pregnancy. This was December, and the baby was due early April.
Right.
And to reach this far and to think that you may lose your child. So it really wasn't a smooth journey. I left that private hospital, went home. So that was about like the Tuesday, went home, and by the Friday I was at public hospital again, being admitted because the pain was still strong. I still couldn't do anything. I still couldn't go to work.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't even know where I found the strength to do certain things. But what I loved about that little boy, from in the womb, I guess he was really a mama's boy, because I would have been feeling the pain for the fibroids on this side. He would not go over on this side. Throughout the whole
pregnancy,
No, well, in terms of when the fibroids started to degenerate.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
He just stayed over here.
Right.
I only started feeling him more over the side when everything started to get back normal, which was way into the next year.
So, by the way, you said degenerate, but just for clarity, what does that exactly mean?
Degeneration is basically the breaking down of the fibroids. So it has lost its blood source, and so it's basically dying. So literally, I remember on the ultrasound, like you could see the fibroids bleeding.
Wow.
So it was losing. So technically, if your fibroids is degenerating, that's a good thing, because that means it's shrinking, it's getting smaller. But technically, you don't want that if you're pregnant,
right?
Because then there's a case of you now having a miscarriage. So it was like, you want this, but you don't want this at this time.
Wow. So how long did it take for this pain, the degeneration, all of this to end?
Well, as I said, I would have started feeling the pain from about Christmas. I did not go back to work until mid-January.
Okay.
So about the second week of January there, the pain started to subside. I could start moving about. I wanted to think about the fact that I couldn't laugh. I couldn't sneeze. Any little shaking on my body, the pain would just be there. It was really excruciating. So I was just on pain meds, which also wasn't good because you're pregnant.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, there was nothing else for them to do but to give me that because to be in all of that pain. So it's like what to do in a case like that. You know, you stay in the pain, but like there are times when if I didn't have to take the pill, if I could stay with that pain for a longer
like
period
just
of time,
bear the pain.
just for the sake of your child, then I stuck it out. But what was crazy to me, I feel like okay, the fibroid stopped degenerating. I was good. I was back at work mid-January. I did an ultrasound again like February, and best believe as I did that ultrasound, I was hospitalized again. They admitted me. And I'm like, can a girl get a break? Like, I just want to be like those girls, like, you know, those girls on social media that's pregnant and they're just having a ball and they're posting up the belly and they're just in heels, the belly out.
No, not you. So life go.
Yeah.
So how was the rest of the pregnancy? After, you know, like, I know you were admitted. So this was what? 3 admissions during pregnancy.
By February, that would have been my third admission. Because then they thought he was coming.
Okay.
Really, when they did the ultrasound, the cervix had started to open, and they also saw where his kidney, I think his right kidney, was retaining water. So they're like, okay, they need me to be in hospital because if anything, if it does burst while he's in his rest, then they're going to need me to be at the hospital to fix anything. And also, it seemed as if he was coming quite early, so they needed to watch me.
So when were you actually due?
I was actually due April.
In April,
Which
okay.
I was telling somebody this evening that you and I, our pregnancy is kind of very unique because your baby girl was due early
in May, yeah.
And my boy was due early April. But your girl was born in April. And my boy was born in March.
By the way, they were born exactly a month. Yes.
So the exact same date, which
I
find so unique.
Yes, it was definitely. So when you went in the hospital that last time?
That wasn't the last time.
That wasn't the last time.
So when I went in March, it was supposed to be the last time. They wanted to, no, that was February, sorry. That was February. They wanted me to stay until I got to exactly 37 weeks.
Right.
And I'm like,
no. Yeah.
Plus, this was public hospital.
Right. Way different.
The beds, the situation, it was just, I was not possible. So I was begging. Plus, my babe, I didn't have my shower as yet. So my shower was all planned. I'm in the hospital. We're, telling people we're not sure if there's even going to be a shower because I'm hospitalized at this moment. I remember begging Dr. Neatley the morning she came on the ward, and I'm like, please, I need to go home. I can't do this anymore. And she did a, check, and then she's like, okay, but I remember she telling me, no hanky-panky.
That's Dr. Neatley. Don't touch her.
So if this is why you want to come out of the hospital, no hanky-panky. Based on what we're seeing, none of that. But really and truly, that same day that I was begging her to release me is the day of my shower.
Right.
So it was either I came out that day for the shower to happen, or it was just not going to
Yeah,
happen at
yeah.
all. So I came out. I mean, the shower happened, but was I really there?
Boy.
Yes, it was honestly
Yeah.
very rough. I could hardly walk.
Yeah, it was just a blur,
Yeah, I
basically.
couldn't move. I was like just sitting the whole entire time.
Yeah.
You know, everybody doing the
Mm-hmm.
but that was how I ended up having a shower.
Yeah, I can just imagine. So it wasn't even that celebratory for you, like it was just going through the ropes, you know,
Yeah.
this is what's just a rite of passage basically, and
Literally just coming from the hospital.
oh my
So-
god.
and then, you know, in order for me to be released, she checked the cervix, so there was just a lot of pain. It literally felt like the boy was right there about to.
I'm not very fond of that cervical check business. It is
Girl.
ghetto. So when you come out of the hospital, have the shower, how long before you had to go back in the hospital again? Because you ended up doing a C-section, right? Was it that the C-section was planned from the get-go, or did you just end up having to have the C-section done?
Right, so I came out, then they had me on the high risk clinic. And on the high risk clinic, when I went there, like every week, they're like, we're definitely letting you go in on the 37th week for you to have a baby. We're not making it possible because they're still seeing signs where, according to doctors, they were surprised every time someone saw me. They're like, you don't have baby yet. You don't have baby. I'm like, no. I don't know what y'all are seeing on the ultrasound, but this boy is
Yeah.
still in here.
Right.
And I remember the day I went to the Harris clinic and they called the ambulance, and me and a few other mothers packed in the ambulance to go.
So then just pack all out in our ambulance?
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like how you see it on the television. It's
Noted.
literally. So we're packed in there with like a nurse and we're sent up to the ward
Okay.
at the hospital. And I remember when I got there, all the nurses like, Mrs. Nation, you back? what you doing up here again? And I'm like, let's say, you have a baby now? I'm like, I guess.
Wow. So by this time, your bag already packed and everything? Okay.
Yeah, Mikhail was on his way with it now.
Okay.
He realized they were serious.
Yeah.
So I was there. They said at first that they're gonna just let baby come. Well, first they said they were going to what's the word?
Induce you?
Induce. So they said they're gonna induce labor based on what they see. When the doctor checked me, and I was about 3 to 4 centimeters dilated, and he wiped the membrane, all of that, which
Sweep. Yes.
yeah. Oh, Jesus, the memory.
I heard about it,
The
girl.
trauma.
I heard about it.
Right, so he swept the membrane and he's like, by tomorrow you should have baby. So he's expecting, because I'm already 3 to 4 centimeters, he swept the membrane. He's saying,
Yeah.
this is a boy is coming today. By the time he coming tomorrow, he's gonna hear that time. Baby. He comes in the next morning, he's like, this is Nation. What's happening? You know? So I'm like, no, there's it's nothing happening.
Yeah.
You know. So he checked me again based on what he saw. He's like, he doesn't want to sweep the membrane anymore because there's this name I wanted to remember. Totally forgot. But it's where there's more water in the uterus than supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So they're saying I was at risk of them, if they induce labor or if I went into labor, of cord prolapse of the water. If the water bursts and then the baby head going back up because of how much water and the pressure of it, and then the cord falling, and then there will be cord prolapse and then I will end up losing my baby. some of us feel like right through this pregnancy, everything I'm hearing is there's a
Yeah.
possibility of you losing this baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember um them saying that to me that I'm going to have to do a C-section, so they're bringing the, and I'm just bawling. I'm like, I don't want to do a C-section. I can't manage a C-section. I just want to have a baby. Oh, I'm supposed to have a baby naturally. And they're like, Mrs. Nation, based on what we see on the scans, it's not going to be safe for you. And it was just, I think, very overwhelming for me because I felt like I was so alone in that moment.
Yeah.
You know, you might have a lot of people that say for you, but I feel like when it comes down to that, like, it's on you to make that decision, and it's just very lonely. So I'm just like bawling out my eyes. All the nurses on the ward, they're over me because right now we're all friends. So there's one lady, she's like, this is the first pregnancy. So I'm like, yes, I don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. I had to do a C-section too, you know, and honestly, it still wasn't comforting because, you
Yeah.
know, I think as mothers we all have like this picture of what we want, what we
Yeah.
envision
Yeah.
in our pregnancy, gonna be what we, you know, want for our child, all of that. And so when it's not going that way, it's like, how do you make it right? How do you put it back on track in what you want? And then I had to remember that I'm a child of the king, and that though things may not go the way I want it, he is the author and the finisher of my life.
Yeah.
This thing that is surprising me is not surprising him. He knew that I would be in this very moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
From before I even found out that I was pregnant, he knew that I would have ended up here, and so I knew that obviously he has already made a way to cover me because would he really bring me this far
Yeah.
to no let me down? No. So I put on my big girl panty
Yeah.
and I signed the form. You have to.
Yeah. You have to consent. Say if you're then yes.
So I signed the forms, and I was literally the first person the following morning for surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing would have made it better, I think, would have been if Mickey would have been there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, public hospitals
And Jamaica.
and Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I think that made it harder.
Yeah. Yeah. I
the
totally
situation.
understand.
Yeah.
So surgery, C-section, and then now baby's here. What next?
So I woke up. So they knock you out, by the way. So it's not like I'm awake to see,
Right.
you know, or meet him right there. So you wake up, and I'm in pain, and I see a nurse with a baby sitting in front of me. She's like, "Hi, Mrs. Nation. You want to see the baby?" And I'm like, "Yes." What do you mean? You know what I've just been through?
Yeah,
Give
yeah.
that baby to me. And what's crazy, like, she laid the baby on me, and it's like the pain just gone.
Yeah.
Like, you just relax. You just like, oh my God, you have a baby. Life, you know? And I thought that, okay, the journey starts. We say bye-bye to all the problems now.
Baby's here.
Yeah.
Thank God.
No more pregnancy issues. Lovely.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm in the hospital. It's a Friday morning. I had baby. By the Saturday, they were moving me to another section. They wanted to start walking now. What's crazy to me is the fact that you just got through a surgery, been cut through 7 layers, and literally the next day they wanted to get up
And just
and
walk.
start moving about. Like, you never just
Yeah.
had surgery, you know. But you have to, unless if you don't start moving, then you might end up with some complications, and you may end up have to stay longer in hospital.
Right.
And I'm ready to go. So
You just move.
I'm gonna start walking.
Yeah.
But my struggles didn't end there because after that, so remember I was saying the Saturday, I had been Friday and the Saturday. I remember the Saturday I'm trying to breastfeed. I'm learning how to do all that, and it's about 12 in the night or almost 12. I said, oh, I need to go use the bathroom. So, and the baby's asleep, so I resting down on the bed. And I got up, I took one step. And you've heard me say this before, but I don't know any other way to explain it. But it's like when you have a balloon filled with water and from a height and somebody let it go, you just hear,
Yeah.
literally, I just heard, I'm like, I'm not sure if me hear properly. So I took one more step and heard again. And I looked on the floor and it was just covered with blood. Like, you know, I watch some shows, people get murdered, like some mascot, like literally. And what's crazy is at the hospital, because you may have persons who nag the nurses unnecessarily, I had to be specific when I was calling the nurse so that they would come. So I'd say, emergency, like, I need you now.
Right.
I remember she turned the corner and when she saw me, there was just fear on her face. She looked down, she looked up at me, and it was just fear. And she's like, then she got into nurse mode. She's like, okay, come with me. She brought me into the bathroom. You know, she started to help clean me up, all of that. They got a diaper. They put 2 sanitary napkins in the diaper. I have to, this might be a little graphic, but
That's okay.
this the reality, and I want to just, explain it, like how much blood I was losing. So she put 2 sanitary napkins in a diaper, put the diaper on me. Of course, they called for the doctors. They, taking my blood to check to see how much blood I'm losing. I remember, before she put on diaper, when a doctor came and she was pressing on my tummy, as she pressed, blood was just spewing out. So as she pressed, she was psh, psh. And I was just lying there, of course, like, I'm looking over at my baby.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering in my head, like, I'm talking to God in my head, like, what is this? Like, you bring me this far, you bring the baby come here for me to lose my life? Like, what is happening here? The doctor, she had to run off, so gave the nurse some instructions. She said she's gonna come back, but she was like the only doctor, I think, at that time. And there was another mom who was needed, like her baby was breached, so she needed to run to attend to her. So the diaper with the 2 sides, she put them on, and I think they told her she was supposed to like set a timer for it. They put also, like, I gave me a drip, I gave some kind of medicine that's supposed to help to stop the bleeding. I kid you not, in less than a minute, I'm calling her because I'm soaked again. Everything is fully soaked right through. The sheets are messed up now. So she had to come back. She's now literally freaking out, but trying to keep it together. She called the sister nurse. Sister nurse come. She's like, you called the doctor already? You know that this is really like some really going on, but they're not fully giving me any information because I guess they're trying not to freak me out. But I can see that you're all freaked out. And she called the sister and said, you called the doctor already? So she, the other nurse, she's explaining that, yeah, the doctor came, she's like, okay, since you just get the drip, set a timer for such and such minutes. If that time come and she's still doing, then you need to call back the doctor immediately. She's like, there is no joke, or else, she basically was saying, I'm gonna lose my life. So she said the time when they're watching me, luckily the drip started to work. So I don't think the other diaper that they put on me had started to fill up. My baby started crying. I can't move. I'm stressed now because the nurses are overworked too. Nobody's coming to assist me to help me with the baby. And I'm like, then you need to allow your daddy to come in
Yeah,
to come
yeah.
take his child because mentally
So when this was happening, where was your husband?
outside. Well, he
Okay.
wait, when this started happening, he would have been at home.
Okay,
So when
okay.
I realized what was happening, I would have messaged him
Okay,
and
so you sent out
said,
an SOS, yeah, like come.
so literally in the wee hours of the
Yeah.
morning, he left home, came to the hospital. They're not letting him in because it's not visiting hours. I'm stressed out. The baby's crying. There's no help,
Yeah.
and I'm like, then the man needs to come and take him baby because right now, mommy needs to take care of herself
Yeah, yeah.
in order before she can take care of the baby. Yeah. I remember the doctor when she finally came back, she had to give me another medication that had to be inserted at a place that we will not speak of. And that's what really caused that. But afterwards, I found out that I had a postpartum hemorrhage.
Right.
I lost so much blood. It was crazy. They were wondering how it is that I did not pass out based on the amount of blood that I lost. But I knew it was all God. I knew that God was keeping me through it. Um, and technically, I mean, it's not like I've been here before, but I've been here before.
Yeah.
Just the enemy trying to take my life another way. But
Lost
today
again.
with a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah.
Terrorizing my life.
All of that for this. Boy, thank God though, because listen, I don't know. Listen, it's not the first nor the second time I hear this, but it just every time I say like Tassie, like you really go through that, like.
And then people asking me, when are you going again? Like, if you don't shut your mouth. You can't see what I go through.
Oh my
Ask me
God. Oh my
Please,
God.
please.
But what was it like emotionally for you, like this entire journey, knowing that you went through all of that, and then you hospital stays, C-section, which you never planned for, hemorrhage. How did this how did you deal with this emotionally, and then how was it even for your husband?
Honestly, I know it was very hard for my husband. He's a very attentive person. Some people nowadays, they don't really have good men out there, but I can attest that
Yeah.
I have a good man. And he watched me like a hawk. So I know that I tell him he still has PTSD.
Oh God.
This because, I mean, before I even was hospitalized and I would have been at home in pain
Yeah.
to get up, like I would need help to get up out of the bed. And so he would, be jumping up out of the bed like in here
Yeah.
and so even to this day, if I make a little, he's like,
Yeah.
calm down.
Alright. Yeah.
It's not a battle
Boy.
anymore. Sleep, right? So mentally, I knew he didn't manage it good, especially even the first night when I was hospitalized at the private hospital. He didn't eat the whole day, so much so he ended up being sick while I
Wow.
was at the hospital. So it was rough
Tough.
on him, and people kept reaching out to me, checking up on me, and I had to be like, please check up on him, make sure he's okay, because he's not okay, because I'm not
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was rough. For me, honestly, emotionally, and that's why I left that for last, because I don't know. That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it was really rough, so much so that after having that little boy, it's like you just want to keep him close.
Yeah.
Like, you watch him like a hawk. You know, you see mothers checking like, oh, if the baby's still breathing. It's kind of like that, but it's like there's this attachment to your child because of all that you went through.
I get it.
You know, so I think mentally it was really a lot, and I still don't know how truly,
Yeah.
or if I dealt with it good, or if I'm even still dealing with
Yeah,
it
but
mentally.
listen, everybody deals with it in their own way, you know, like to still and to still tell this story, and then probably this is not the 100th time, and then this is not, you know, like you still have to tell it all over again, and this is like the reality that you have to live in all, and also base your decisions on this, because then what else do you base your decisions on?
And also, like for me, in my family, I don't know any close relative that has had a C-section. So my mother was drawing blank. She didn't know how to assist me with the fact that I had a C-section. My aunts couldn't. My cousins couldn't. And I've had cousins who they've had miscarriage and had a, you know, it was hard for them to get pregnant, but they still had natural births.
Yeah.
They still managed to have a natural
Right.
birth. But I was the only one who was now in this new situation based on my family. Like, yes, you hear about people having C-section, but I didn't have anybody in my family. It was literally my close friend from high school, which I call her my sister.
Yeah.
So if you want to say family, then I guess she would be my family
Right.
that I could lean on, that had a C-section, that I could lean on for advice, you know, how to, you know, go along this journey, because there's nobody
Yeah.
else. And so that too mentally I struggle with, because then I'm saying, why me? Why, you know, out of everybody in my family, I had to go through this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. So what was the recovery like after having the baby, considering that you had a C-section?
You know, I think growing up, I was told if you had a C-section, you weren't able to hold your baby. But I think new information came up, so the only thing you could hold, nothing heavier than your
Than
baby.
the baby, right?
So at least you could hold your child. Again, because of the type of person my husband is, I was literally not allowed to do anything. Nothing. So I was just being fed to feed the baby, and then I just put on weight, because I'm not moving, I'm not active, right? I'm used to active, and you can't really fully do much either. You can't really, for the first few weeks there, but you can't really laugh, sneeze, or if you have to do things, you would have to hold the wound. Plus, please try and not get constipated, because that's a whole nother ball cord with the C-section.
Yeah.
But everything you would have to keep in mind, that wound, you have to learn how to clean the wound, make sure that it doesn't get infected, all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine you have to now be taking care of those things.
Right. Plus
of the
taking,
baby.
yeah. So what was the support like after having, I mean, apart from your husband, what about the other people in your village, like your mom and...
Yeah, mom didn't leave my side one bit. I tell her she was overcompensating, because she was overseas when I was pregnant and was in the hospital. Even to the day when I had C-section, she wasn't here. So I kept telling her, you're overcompensating because you weren't here. Like, let me breathe.
Yeah.
But honestly,
But thank God.
Couldn't have done it without her.
Thank God. What do you wish other women knew, especially like going into pregnancy, planning for motherhood? What do you wish you could tell every woman before they even get to pregnancy?
Understand that your story will be your story. It might not look like your mom. It won't look like your mom's or your sisters or your friends. Your story will definitely be different, because my friend who had a C-section, her story is not like my story, even though she had a C-section. And there are so many other ones. We might have similarities, but it won't look the same. So understand that your story is written for you, and don't be don't compare yourself with other moms or their story or why this is happening to you, because I've realized that everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe this is happening to you so that you can reach somebody, you can be there to encourage somebody down the road, and maybe it is for you to get closer to God too, to realize that He is your source, He is your sustenance.
Yeah.
So don't do the comparison, because it definitely will kill you and drive you insane when you realize things aren't working out. And though it is good to have a vision of what you want, understand that can change.
Yes.
So be open for that.
Right.
Because if you're not open to it, just like me, all of the hormones that you're facing in that time, it can really cause a lot of depression.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, we don't really talk about postpartum depression, and so many moms are facing that too, because of what we probably had envisioned for pregnancy, or for motherhood, and that's not what it looks like.
Yeah. So did you go through postpartum depression?
My mother says I do have postpartum.
What do you think would have been?
And if I'm being honest, I probably do, but I'm one of those people where depression looks, for me, the way how depression looks at me is me always laughing and kiki. So you would be like, that girl is good, right? All the time.
It just
All the while.
yeah. I get
you really need to be
Yeah.
watching her. And that's why I'm glad that I have God.
Yeah.
And so I can understand why people who don't have God, when they're going through this, you end up doing crazy things to your child.
Yes.
And I can definitely understand why it happens. And I'm not judging you, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's hard. We know
understand,
this. Yeah.
I can see why you might end up doing something to yourself. But when I get to that place, I can just lean back in God. I can just, where I'm weak,
Yeah.
His strength kicks in.
That's it. So what has changed the most for you in terms of going through having a baby and
I
everything?
see myself.
Tell us about that.
Listen, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't laughing.
I know.
So, we're gonna be real up here. And I don't know if you saw, I did a video on social media.
I just watched it last night. Hear me now, babe. Just me post some video now. Me go back and watch.
Girl, listen, I did this video, and obviously, I didn't want to post it, but I'm like, for whatever reason, I'm like, I'm gonna be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because I think I had some kind of, I had the event at church.
Yeah.
The session, and so they did the flyer of me, and they used an old photo. And that is how I can see myself.
Right.
I've lived with myself for over 30 years. You know how you look, And when I look at this girl that's sitting before you, I'm like, what's this trick? Like, who are you? I want you to realize that I put on so much weight after pregnancy that the clothes that fit me while I was pregnant couldn't fit me after the baby.
Yeah.
Which you would think would be the other way around, right? But just to show how much weight was just piling on after the pregnancy. The fit right now, I'm working on losing weight, so I'm not at that size anymore. But the face, even when I went back to work last year in July, the face was like, I kept saying, the face was like, literally, the face was just.
Yeah.
And I remember I showed somebody at work the photo, and she's like, oh my God, Tass, I didn't realize it was you on the fly, and I'm like, this person look familiar. And then I said, what you is you this? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I totally get what you've been saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I'm saying this girl is ugly. Even though.
You're still working on accepting, yeah.
But this girl is new to me.
Yes, yes.
I'm not used to how this girl looks at all. And so it's a transition of me now learning to love this girl, because even though you don't want to stay this way, this is what I have now, so I still have to love her while I work on it. So I think that has been the hardest thing for me.
Yeah.
Like the new me. And some of the parts of the new me I don't like. No, like even the black mask that some moms get. I got that mask, right? So from my face down all the way to like the top of my breast, extremely dark. And they're like, oh, after time it will fade, it will fade. And I could see where some of it has faded, but the neck is still like the breast part come up has faded, but the neck is still
Yeah.
darker than I'm used to. And I keep telling how Jamaicans will have to say when people not bathe properly and their neck dark. Like I just feel like that's how it is, and I'm just like sometimes I'm just so ashamed when I look at it. I'm just like, why is it this way, And I just have to be learning to accept it and hope, as everybody said, that after some time the hormones will balance out back and I'll get back to where I was. Like, give yourself some grace.
Literally. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're on a journey of accepting the new you, like this is one of the things that I feel like it is understated about motherhood, that it's totally like you clutch on to that old version, but you have to now embrace this new part. What do you think people what do you think is the biggest underestimate, apart from the fact that it's a new you? Like, how do you say to somebody, it's not about motherhood, but it's about people, like people around you, right? What, I don't know how to ask this question in a way that does not make it seem like what do you think, what do you wish people knew in terms of how they approach a woman after having a baby?
I don't think it's what I wish they knew. It's what I wish they would just not say. As a creative, the things that I do in terms of the arts, you need to be fit.
Yeah.
The weight doesn't work for it. So then for me to be actively changing my diet, trying to get back active, and then actually seeing myself, losing some of the weight, starting to see a little of me peeping back out, and then for you to walk up to me and be like, what? I put on so much weight!
Yeah.
I don't know, I just had a child. I don't know what else to say to you. I remember a lady who knew me when I was really small, like no belly, no nothing. She was looking at me, and at first I could understand why she couldn't recognize me, because Miss, I'm not recognizing me right now.
Yeah.
Either. And then like she realized that it was me, and she's like, oh my God, you put on a lot of weight. And that part wasn't bad. So I was like, yeah, I had a baby, whatever. I think when you say that to some women, they can understand that, okay, hormones and lots of changes, it affects every woman differently. Some end up putting on a lot of weight, some might end up losing weight, some might just go back to their regular size. You don't know what's going to happen until you go through that experience. And I remember another day she saw me in the office because she was seeing someone there, and she's like, I was literally eating my breakfast. She's like, if it's a beat. So, so like, the thing
She
is,
tell her that for true.
most of the
Mercy.
comments, they tend to come from female,
Yeah.
not
That's so
men.
sad.
Men don't usually comment on
Yeah.
those things, but it's the women who you think would understand, who who are mothers themselves,
Yeah.
who've been through it, who themselves put on weight since they had a child, would understand. And I mean, I don't know why we're still surprised when, for us who are in church, it's the same people who, like the church mothers who are always judging the young people, and they too had children outside with a
Yeah.
wedlock. Like, it's always them, but yet we're always surprised, like, because too, I guess we're still hoping that it's 2025.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you don't have anything good to say, you're gonna just keep your mouths closed.
We would hope.
So that's one thing I wish people would do. Like,
Yeah.
if it doesn't involve you, it doesn't affect you in any way or form, just keep your mouth closed, because you don't know what somebody is struggling with.
True.
Like, what if I came home and just like decided to just stop eating overall, end up getting sick just because of what this woman was
Yeah.
saying to me? Like, you don't know what people are struggling with. Like, I'm already like mentally warring with myself about how I look to myself. Like, I'm already unrecognizable to me.
Yeah.
And I'm getting up every morning, fighting and trying. And then here you come, basically just
Yeah.
tearing me down.
Yeah.
So I just wish people just mind their own business, honestly. Unless you're a friend with somebody, and, you're having a conversation with your friend about it, and, you're encouraging them that they can do it, they're going to be fine, give themselves some time. Other than that, just shut your mouth, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we already have enough going on in our lives with all these hormone changes.
Yeah. So how has motherhood been for you so far?
I think it's different from me than other persons who are quote unquote first time moms. Because for me, as everybody would say, or my mom would say, I'm not necessarily like a first time mom because I raised too many children before.
Right.
I have children who usually call me mommy because I raised them. So I don't really feel like some things I think like I see first time moms quote unquote would do. I don't necessarily do that because in a way I'm kind of not new to the game.
Right.
I'm new to this boy. So it would just be how am I navigating with this personality?
Well, yes.
How I'm navigating with this personality is trying to remember, as I've always said, that no child is the same. No, literally. They're all different. They have their own personalities, and it's just your job to help guide them to become the best selves that they can be. So I'm trying to go with his flow while at the same time, being firm too, because you need a firm parent in your life. The ears are sold separately, and I haven't bought them.
Never come with it. Listen, guys, I thought of the idea of having a boy until
You saw Israel truth.
But Tess, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Is there anything else that you would want to say to a fellow mom? Because we spoke about saying it to somebody who is not yet a mom. But what would you say to another mom to encourage her along her journey, especially if she's dealing with changes that she's yet to accept?
Well, on to say, Mom, you're doing a great job. Like, especially if you're a working mom, even if you're worse if you're a stay-at-home mom. You know how people always say, oh, stay at
Yeah.
home.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, you have to be at home all day with that little rugrats. You're killing it. You're doing your best. Know that, and just try to remember in everything while you're taking care of that little one to take care of you,
Yeah.
to love you.
So important.
You have to, because I have to keep remembering that we can't pour from an empty cup.
That is it.
So we have to make sure that we are filled, whether it is to take your beach days, take a little, girl outing. The other day I had a nice little outing with some women, and it was just beautiful. And
Yeah.
and we had like somebody come and did our massage. Like, if it is that you can't go out in the night, find a little daytime. Because for me, I have to go out in the day. This boy won't stay with anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're doing it. Stop being so hard on yourself.
Yes, so true.
Stop being so hard on yourself. I know you want to be a great mom, but guess what? That little one sees you as a great mom.
Yeah.
And that's all
Amen.
that matters.
Amen to that. Thank you so much. So we always ask this question, and I'm gonna ask you, give me one mom hack that you would share with another mom. It could be something that really worked for you. I know this always send people for a tailspin, but it could be something that it's something. It don't have to be something too complicated. It could be something very simple. It could be a little trick where you use something that like really can work for another mama too. Do you have a mom hack that you would love to share with our listeners and viewers?
Maybe I do have a mom hack, but maybe I just don't know it's a mom hack.
Okay.
I don't know, like for me though, I'm about seeing how far they will go with certain things. So where Mikhail will be like, if Israel is going somewhere where it's dangerous, he's like, no, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, you go.
You're really
can-
good.
Yeah, like, and then for him, he's like, oh, mom loves this. And then he gets down from there. And he comes like, he then runs over to me because
Yeah.
he's like,
You embrace my adventure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't actually do the thing that's going to harm him. Because most times they know what's going to harm them and they don't actually want to get hurt.
Right.
But they just have to live on the edge. So like I kind of let him live on the edge.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that kind of calm him down.
That's a mom hack. So tell us, I know the answer to this question already, but I know that your husband is a photographer. Yeah. But how important are memories for you?
I love memories. I love them so much. The photos, as you said, husband is a photographer. I believe in capturing the moments. But then because I was facing accepting the new me for, I guess, like the early first month, I'm not really in most of the memories because I just really hated how I look on the camera. I hated, like for me, my smile just looked warped. I don't know another way to explain that. I don't know if it's like too much fat, on the face, but it's like when I actually smile, when I look at the pictures, the smile just look warped. It just doesn't look like how it should look. What I'm used to. So I'm just like not in the memories, which is like, no, you look back and you're like, so sad that I'm not in these, but at least I have I have photos for every month from newborn to first month to 1 year. And now I'm deciding now that he's 1 year that I'm going to do for just like half birthday and birthday. So I'm gonna do a shoot this month for the 18 months.
Awesome.
So yeah, people should definitely take memories, even if the child or the children won't know what's happening, even if they're fussy, take the makeup face. To me, it's still cute.
It is. I would say so.
Yeah. So I still take them, and when they're older, they're gonna have it to look back on.
Awesome. So if memories are as important to you as it is to our guest, then here's a code for 10% off your next photo session, or it could be your first photo session with Little Memories JA. You can use the code MOMENTS10, that's MOMENTS10, when you are completing your booking. So we just want to say thank you so much, girl. It was great hanging with you on our couch. Thank you for joining us on the Memories and Motherhood podcast. I admire your strength and your endurance. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, girl. I love advice, but that's a separate story. But thank you so much for joining us. It was a great one. And all the best on your motherhood journey and getting that little boy sleep on his own.
Girl.
Thank you so much, Tess.
Yeah, thanks for having me.